Hey, hi everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Kubuntu Podcast. I'm Rick Timmis, and joining me this evening, as usual, is my venerable co-host, Aaron Honeycutt. How are you, my friend?
I'm good for today. Ask me tomorrow.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So regular viewers of the show will, of course, know that the Three Musketeers are not all here. Somebody, D'Artagnan, is missing. Well, in fact, it's Ovidiu is missing. But we're reliably informed that he's going to be here just a little bit later. So he's just running a little bit late. So you're going to have to listen to my dulcet tones and, of course, Aaron, as we get you started. Alrighty. So this one's for you, Jim. Cosa buenas. See if you know what that one is. All right. Okay, let me give you a quick run through and let you know what's coming up in today's show. All right, so we've got some Kubuntu news for you. We'll have a little bit of user feedback. We've got some news from the core development team, and we've got a special guest interview. More on that one a little bit later in the show. So right now, folks, we're going to get you plugged into the Kubuntu matrix, and welcome to the show. All right, so now, of course, it's only been a couple of weeks, Aaron, since we did the last show, because everything kind of got all out of sync, what with KubeCon and Academy and so on and so forth. But what have you been up to since I saw you last? Anything interesting? What you've been doing?
I've been slowly preparing for a hurricane to come through here.
Oh, of course, yeah. Any sign of it yet?
I think it's raining a little bit early, but it's not supposed to hit till tomorrow night.
Wow. Yeah, fingers crossed, because I was watching that on the news today, actually, and the flooding and stuff that's taken place in I think it's Haiti. Did it come through Haiti, and is it on its way through the Bahamas or something?
It went through Haiti and the Dominican Republic, I assume, because it's over there, and I think it's hitting Cuba now, I think.
Yeah, so, our thoughts and prayers go out to those folks out over there, and I'm sure that they're having a very difficult time, and let's hope that that everybody comes through it unscathed, because obviously they're a lot less equipped than you guys in Florida. And so the damage is more severe. But, and what about in the realm of tech? So obviously getting prepped for this coming together. But what about Techland, Aaron? Have you been doing anything techy, new gadgets or new toys to play with?
No, I haven't gotten any new toys yet. I got a package yesterday for a shirt, though. Google Summer Code.
Oh, okay. Are you mentoring this year? Are you getting involved in some way?
I mentored last. I was part of a program the summer that had just passed. I want to be better next time, though. About that and be more involved next time. Yeah.
Good stuff. There's two, Jim. Oh no, he's already got two. He must have caught me one. So our young community member Simon Quigley sent me a message after the last show, and he said I've got to start replacing that statement with "cosa buenas," which apparently is the same thing in Spanish. If I have no idea whether I pronounced that correctly or not, but there we have it. And so that's for those of us who speak Spanish in the community, and that's my best Spanish. The only thing I know is "Cómo está" and "Muy bien," "Cosa buenas," and "Hola chicos." That's about it. But things have been pretty busy here. In actual fact, I can't believe that 2 weeks has passed since we last did the last podcast. It all seems to have come around so quickly. I've been in the background. I've been quietly working away on the Kubuntu packaging guide, which I've been adding a little bit more to, and I'll give you some commits to that when I think I've got it in a shape to submit something again, Aaron, and add that in. And so I'm quietly working away on that so that I can then get prepared with a new set of curriculum slides for the Kubuntu Dojo. Once I've got those things in place, then I can issue some new dates for the Kubuntu Dojo, and hopefully we can bring some more people into the Ninja Yellow Belts team. So that's what I've been doing in terms of Kubuntu stuff lately, and I'm continuing to work on a couple of Ubuntu apps for the phone. I released one a couple of weeks ago called Flight 24, which you might have seen, and I've got another one that I'm about to release this week to do with iRacing. We were supposed to release it on Saturday, but I didn't finish it. And in the background, I'm still working on a more technically complicated one in C++, which is being beastly because I can't quite seem to understand the Ubuntu developer API documentation yet. So, but we'll get there, no doubt. So that's what I've been up to, having lots of fun in Techland and thoroughly geeking out. Okay. I'm missing Ovi now. I wish he was here. Because at this point, he'd normally be stuffing his face with something and waving his soldering iron. And here he is! Hey! Your timing is impeccable, my friend. Cosa buenas, muy chico.
Hello. I'm happy to hear you guys. Hey, guys, since I just arrived, I want to show you something. You see what hat I'm wearing?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Whoa, yeah, that's good.
This was my work equipment today.
Wow. No way. Have you been into the office with that lot then?
Yeah, exactly. I just got home from work.
Yeah. I love that hat. I really like that hat. It looks great.
I'm keeping this for my work hat, not just work as a job, but also when I'm woodworking or electronics not, but when I'm woodworking or working outside or whatever. And I think I'm gonna get another one, maybe a different color, that I'm gonna wear for events, because this has also been my travel hat, but it got dirty because it's my work hat. It has some spots here and there. So I'm going to have to get another one. Probably one with Kubuntu.
Yes.
eShop. Yes, we have one for Kubuntu where you can order Kubuntu t-shirts. But for KDE, I don't know if there's an official KDE store where you can buy KDE merchandise, except the KDE store where you can buy KDE merchandise, which is not actually physical merchandise. It's software merchandise, like pictures and stuff. And Rick, since you wanted so much to see me stuff my face, okay, here's my food. I'm just going to start eating now. So I'm going to turn off the webcam.
Okay, mate, cool. All right, I'll come back to you shortly in a little while, but I'm really great you're here.
One thing I don't want to forget, but if the audience is listening, last time for my apps picks, I presented that monitoring application, and I said I will look into how you can monitor remote machines. I want to show you guys how I did that with my server.
Oh, all right. That sounds excellent.
It's
okay,
incredible.
We'll look forward to that in a bit. Well, actually, I haven't got an app pick this time. So what we'll do is we'll aggregate my time to focus in on that, because I'm very interested in what you've done there. If you've got some remote stuff going on with that, would be really good. Okay. That would be really good.
I'll turn off my webcam and do my setup here so I can have my everything set up, and I'll listen in and I'll comment. Okay.
Cool. Okay, that's great. All righty. Okay, so well, that's what we've been up to, as you can see. Doing various bits and pieces, and it's shocking how quickly time goes by, isn't it? Just how fast things move. And of course, in the background, we'll talk more about this, the news from the Kubuntu development team a little bit later in the show as well. But there's plenty of activity and action going on there, and some quite humorous stories to share with you guys as well. Okay, I'm going to jump to a sponsor section for a moment. I was thinking about this morning, actually, and thinking about how I always read this narrative about Big Blue Button, which I'm going to do, but then I'm going to speak just for a moment to from my own personal kind of relationship with the Big Blue Button community and Fred Dixon there. But here's the adware for viewers that want to fast forward. Hit the forward button now. So we're really lucky here at Kubuntu Podcast. This is a big shout out to the guys at Big Blue Button. So those of you that have attended the Kubuntu parties or been to the Kubuntu Dojo lessons, or of course are watching the podcast, you will have seen our Big Blue Button conference and online education service. This is this tool here, which is video, audio presentation and screen sharing on whiteboard tools. And all of this is provided to us by Fred Dixon and the team at bigbluebutton.org. Please do go and check out their website and hit the contact links there and give us a shout. Let Fred know, especially that that here at Kubuntu Podcast and the Kubuntu team, that we're very grateful for the hosting and the provision that these guys give us with Big Blue Button. And just a little bit of background story. I've been following the community work and the development of Big Blue Button for around about 7 or so years now, 6 or 7 years. And it's the tool has been slowly iterating and developing. And Fred and the Big Blue Button community have been working pretty much tirelessly at putting this open source education tool together, which they promote around many educational establishments, particularly across the US and Canada. And we were really lucky when we decided to hold one of the first Kubuntu parties, and we were trying to do it in Google Hangouts and trying to get things to work, and everything was a bit messy and a bit disorganized, and we somehow ended up on Big Blue Button's demonstration server. And that's when Fred came in and said, "What are you guys doing?" And I wondered why the server load was up and what was going on. So we had a chat with Fred, and he hung out with us for 30 minutes or so, talking about Big Blue Button and explaining what we could do with it and how we could use it. And then almost unannounced, he dropped some links into the little chat window and said, "Here you go, guys. We love open source and free software as much as you guys do. So here is an instance of Big Blue Button specifically for the Kubuntu community. There are 3 rooms that you can use, and you can record your shows, and it's all hosted on Big Blue Button's infrastructure, which they're paying for. So they've completely given us all of this functionality and facility for free. So cosa buenas, mi amigo Fred Dixon. We're very impressed with that. So really, really good stuff there from the guys at Big Blue Button. Get over there, check out their website, send them something on the contact form, or tweet or Google Plus them, and tell them thanks for helping out us here at Kubuntu and the Kubuntu community. Okay, so in news, I know that the Kubuntu 16.10 beta ISOs are ready for people to test as we approach release date, and we need you guys in the community to download this stuff, test it on your hardware, test it in virtual machines, and try it out and give us some feedback. Is it working for you? What do you think? Do you have any issues? And so on and so forth. Have you any comments on the current status of Kubuntu 16.10 betas, Aaron? Anything extra to add to that?
I think I installed it on one of the daily maybe a month or so ago, and I've been smooth sailing, wonderful here. 16.10 is going to be wonderful, I think.
Yeah, excellent. That's really good. So, there's a lot of work that's gone into it, and plenty of changes that are going there. We've got some links here, which I'm just going to, Jim has just posted a link from our website. We'll talk a little bit more about the website. Actually, we were discussing things in the website about the Kubuntu website earlier on, but I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes right now as I speak. There it is. So that you can go and find out more about that and go and test it. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I know there's been a lot of work put into it. A huge amount of work has gone into this, actually, because especially right now at the moment, things are evolving so quickly. With KDE, with KDE Frameworks 5, Plasma 5, and of course porting to all of these new frameworks. This means there's loads and loads of changes going on in our upstream in KDE that we've got to implement through, and that means that our development team are kept really, really busy trying to package all of those things. And so there's a lot of work and a lot of action taking place there. And it's quite a lot of hard work getting all that together. So a big shout out to you guys in development at Kubuntu. Nice work, guys. Good stuff. So a little light on news, of course. That's about it. Is that we're just looking to get some feedback for Kubuntu 16.10 betas at the moment. Everything else is looking fairly quiet at the moment. So
being quiet, the beta being out is a huge thing. People, come go test it. Come go. Yeah.
Well, are we going to get them to come test it, or are they going to go and test it?
Both.
You can do either.
They should come over to the Kubuntu community and with our dev people in the dev channel and go test Kubuntu. Yeah. So have it both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good. All right, so, well, let's move into our elevator picks section then. And we're going to start with Aaron, who's got some stuff talking about. Well, tell me, Aaron, what you're going to tell us about, and what have you picked for us for this show?
Oh, I picked a tool that I found on GitHub, a GUI for making snaps called Snapcraft GUI.
Okay. So there's a lot of noise in the Ubuntu community at the moment. They seem to be they're all getting a bit snap happy, aren't they? I've seen Daniel Holmback singing like a lark about his, what do you call it, Snappy Playpen, is it?
Yeah, Snappy Playpen.
Yes, I was thinking of grabbing my jar of lollipops and diving off over to the Snappy Playpen in my romper suit.
Oh, jeez.
You suddenly got a vision of me with a lollipop in a romper suit?
I don't know what a romper suit is, so I'm probably happy that I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. So when you get a small child, a little toddler that's running around, you put them in this, it's like a one-piece suit with little buttons up the front, and and they run around in it. And we call them in the UK, they're called a romper suit. And this is what little children, toddlers play around in. So I thought maybe a onesie, maybe a onesie would be better.
I didn't want to need to know about that now. Thanks for that, Rick.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? I can be more descriptive.
No. Don't need to be more descriptive about that one.
Okay, I'll shut right up now then.
So Snapcraft GUI is a tool that lets you also make Snapcrafts, but it has a GUI element to it, so it can list all the plugins that are available to you. You can instantly test it, build it, and clean build it right from the GUI, and they could give you error messages about what you're doing, what are you doing wrong, and help you fix what you messed up. Adds a nice, if people who like our dark UIs, by default uses a dark UI. For people who like the code in the dark and they don't want to get hit with bright lights in the dark and stuff like that, it's super helpful, and you can write notes with it and everything for making another Snapcraft if you learn something new. Rick should know that I snapped OtterBox, Otter browser.
Did you really?
Yeah. I have it up right now. I snapped it, but I the Flash content stuff's not working, so you can't listen to some music streaming and stuff, though, sadly. So I did actually manage to get it snapped, and you can see that you can see what I did here, and it highlights it, everything for you.
That's very cool. Very, very cool.
Perhaps you should do a snap tutorial one of these shows.
I'm just lucky I got this thing to work, barely. I'm not no expert at it at all.
Hey, maybe we could get Daniel to come out of his playpen and do as a snap tutorial on the show. Maybe we could ask him.
That would be an awesome idea.
Maybe I'll see if I can give Michael or Daniel a nudge on Google Plus and see whether they will whether they would do that. I'll do that. I'll do that and see if we can get them to come on and do something for us in another show. That'd be quite cool. Do a little tutorial and show us how it works, and how to do things. Could be quite good intro for a few people to maybe get down to Daniel's playpen then, Maybe I'll get me romper suit on, Aaron. Maybe I can
I think I have bleach somewhere around here.
bleach. Yeah, maybe I can get a Kubuntu romper suit.
Oh, dearness.
Yeah, good stuff. That'd be ace. Oh, magic stuff. Okay, so, well, let's get some links in the show notes anyway here for this. So, I'll just do that now. Snapcraft UI. All right.
Oh, are you getting the link?
Yep, I'm doing that now.
Okay. I was about to do it.
There it is. Okay. I've actually linked to a screenshot there rather than the actual Snapcraft. Let me see whether I can get that fixed. There we are. I've got the correct link now. And I'll fix that up. Okay, so now next up then is Ovi with his pick of the week and last week. So what you got for us, Ovi?
Food.
Just still in mid-lunch.
Yeah, actually kind of dinner because right now it's 10:30 in the night here, and I have to wake up very early in the morning because of work. So
okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay,
that's bad stuff. Waking up early in the morning for work, huh? Bad stuff.
Yeah, can you imagine? Haven't done that since school.
I don't have work tomorrow.
Yeah, but at what time do you start?
8 o'clock.
But you've no work tomorrow, Aaron.
Or Friday because of the hurricane.
Good stuff. Cosa buenas, mi amigo.
Okay, someone give me presenter.
It's going to have to be Rick because I don't want to switch the layout.
One momento.
Oh, Clive did it.
Clive.
Oh, man, I cannot screen share.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the Java web applet. That thing still doesn't work. I know I've struggled with it for quite a while. Hey, let's try. Hey, community people, anybody here? Does anybody know how would you launch from a command line a Jnlp file? So what Java command do you use? I don't know Java that well, and I don't really like it. But anyhow, how would I launch from command line a Jnlp file?
I've never heard of a Jnlp file, but then my Java foo is no foo at all.
So if anybody in the community knows, give us a shout out. As far as I know, you're supposed to use the Java WS command. Yeah, but Jim, it's not a jar file, it's a Jnlp file.
Okay, Jim's going to look it up and see. So he's going to check. Okay, let's see where we get to. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this show to bring you another advertisement from one of our amazing sponsors. Let me tell you about Linode. So, in fact, this is down to Aaron, actually, for lining this up. Well done, my friend. Good job. So, obviously, Linode have provided us with a awesome VPS, so virtual private server with super fast SSDs, data connections, and top-notch support. Now, Aaron managed to work out a sponsorship deal for a server to build that enables us to build packages quicker and get to our users quicker. And Phil, who's in the community, has been working to set that up and provide build servers for some of the development team, as well as adding some nodes to our KCI, our Jenkins continuous integration system as well, We've got more on our continuous integration system, just coming up a little bit later in our developer feedback. But Linode gives you the ability to instantly deploy and get a Linode cluster server up and running in just a few seconds with your choice of Linux distribution. And you know that you ought to make that Kubuntu, don't you? And resources and node allocation. Fast SSD storage, 40 gigabit network backbone, Intel E5 processors. Big shout out to the guys at Linode for supporting us and helping us here at the Kubuntu community by providing us some virtual private servers and much needed hosting and compute power that we need. Thank you very much, Linode. So once again, if you guys in the community get over there to Linode, we haven't got any special offer codes or things like that for you because we're not that organized yet. But do get over there, get in touch with them and let them know that you heard about them from us. Thank you very much. All right, good stuff. Okay, did we get anywhere with this Java file?
No.
No. You set it on.
Jim sent me an option on how to get Jnlp working on Windows. Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff, Jim. Good stuff, buddy.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to explain to you what I did since I can't show you guys, but I'm just going to explain. Okay.
All right, that's cool.
I added if you remember from last time, I added a new tab in the KGuardian system, and I wanted to add a new a remote host. So I clicked on File and clicked on Monitor Remote Machine. I'm doing live translation right now from Romanian. And now you get a window where you can enter all the remote machine details on how it can connect to the remote machine. If you guys have it running right now, you can just open it right now and look. If you want to record it.
Yeah, let's have a look. See if I can. Case Sysguard. Okay, so it's Case Sysguard. Fire that up.
Hey, yeah. Can you share? Screen share, Rick?
Oh, maybe if Clive Joe can make me presenter, then maybe I can.
We come out case system.
Okay, here we go. I got it. I think I probably can. Steps below your guided through the Oh, this is a new thing. What's this thing? All right, start that then. So it says.
What? Video.
Aaron, can you screen share?
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I see you don't have a title bar on it.
I do. It just I don't know why it's not showing it.
Oh, never mind. It's not important. Okay, go to File. And oh my God, there's a lag. There's lag. Oh my God, the lag is huge. Okay, you're supposed to add a new tab and then click on the file, add monitor remote machine.
Oh, okay. Network.
I'm gonna find out in about 10 seconds.
What do I click? Network, you mean?
No, okay. Once you have the new sheet or tab, whatever you have.
Tab?
No, you don't open network. Don't open network.
Okay, what do you want me to open?
You see, at the first item in that list is localhost.
Right.
That is the host machine that you're trying to monitor. When you're gonna add a new host, you're gonna see another host machine here with all the sensors that are available for that machine.
Okay.
So if I could show you my screen right now, I have. Can I give you a picture?
Yes, you could. If you take a screenshot, you can upload it into the presentation window. If Clive Joe could make Ovi presenter, then you can use the upload to upload the picture. That would do it.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna export this to GwenView. chop off to have only the parts that I need to show you, because I can do that really fast with Gwenview, who, by the way, is looking for people to contribute code to.
Gwenview is looking for contributors, is it?
Yep. Save as. I'm going to save this over here. Okay, I gave it a random name. Okay, and I add a file here. Select file. I'm going into my file system and opening this picture. Upload. And you should see it right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, perfect. Now we can't see Rick anymore. Ideal.
I'm going to get my romper suit on.
Okay, so there's a picture there. As you can see, I've added the host Apollo. Apollo? Rick, how do you pronounce that?
Apollo.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
So I've added a host Apollo, and you can see that Apollo has all those sensors over there. And again, you also have localhost, which also has a few sensors. So you would get sensors from each one of those, and you would add them into the view. So I added a new tab. I named it Apollo. I named it Apollo, and started adding stuff from there. How I added the network connection, the connection to the network remote device. I use this, well, it's in Romanian. I'm going to translate again. Connect to host. Gazda means host. Connection type SSH, RSH, or daemon, or personalized command. It's here, the last one. I used personalized command, if I remember correctly, and I gave it this command from here. And I don't know if I can edit that. Let me check if I can edit it.
Okay, I see, yeah.
Oh, I see how you did it. Okay, you go to File, New Tab, and then when you have the new tab selected, there's a new option under File, Monitor Remote Machine.
Exactly. So only when you're under a new tab, not on the default tabs which are already created, you cannot change that over. You cannot change those. So only when you have a new tab, you can check all that. And you can see in the view over there, I added the two CPUs because it's a dual core, RAM and swap. And then read data and write data, that's the network. That's for network. And then I have for each of my hard drives with their capacity names, how much is available and how much is used. And as you can see, I made the used to be red and available to be blue. I added them in that specific order and had those colors. And so I have used in red because I want it to be big red if it's full or something. Okay, and what I cannot show you right now because I don't know what's happening over here. I can add a new picture. Let me add a new picture over here.
That's actually really clever what this does. Really, really clever.
So it's really incredible how much you can do and how much you can add and how many. It took some time and some decision making on how do I want to organize this and how do I want to have all this. What do I want it to show? How do I want it to show it? And all that. Okay, I'm going to add a new picture right now.
It looks to me as well as though, for example, if you had a different machine, so not necessarily a Kubuntu machine, but say for example you had a Debian server, it looks to me as though all you would need to do is install ksysguard-d, so the ksysguard-d daemon onto the Debian box, and then you would be able to monitor those remote servers just via the SSH thing, which looks like it's just invoking ksysguard-d.
Yeah, that was the part that I wanted to mention, and I kept rolling around it, so I forgot. So on the server, what I did, I just installed that ksystem ksysd, which you see in the previous image. if you look in this image in the command, you see what command it executes on the SSH host. ksysguard d. So that's the name. You just search for that package. It will bring a few KDE dependencies, but it will not install X11. It will not install the Plasma desktop. It will just get the some dependencies like KDE core or stuff, because I think this hasn't been ported to KDE 5 yet, to KF5.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Let me check. If I check in about system monitor, yeah, it's been ported. Yeah, it's been ported. What I'm running here, but what I have on the server, I have no idea. Let me check. Okay.
Actually, it has no dependencies. None that were installed anyway.
On your desktop, no.
On my server with just Ubuntu on it doesn't have any dependencies.
Oh, wait. I don't have apt here. I have Yum.
Okay, so well, you should be able to do the same thing. Yum search ksysguard d.
Yeah, and it doesn't show me the version. Oh man, how do I get Yum to show me version? Why did I even come without the idea of using CentOS on this thing?
Because somebody in management told you that you had to use it.
Yeah, I heard everybody. Hey, servers should run CentOS because blah blah blah. And
yeah, that's what.
I hated every moment of it. Right now, I have to run an old kernel because there was a bug in a newer kernel, and the Red Hat guys, it took them 2 months to get it resolved. And once it got resolved, I booted the new kernel. It worked for a week, and then it died again. And I still have to use that old kernel right now. And I'm postponing for a few months now to reinstall my whole system because I have. Let me see. -2. I'm running a command and I'm running a word count with lines. So I have 12 - 1. That should mean I have 11 services running on this server. Getting them all up and running and making sure that everything keeps running. Wait, that shouldn't be running. Why is that? Oh, I'm still connected to that. Oh my. So, okay, I have 10 services right now running on it. I will have 11 once I get up Let's Encrypt and up and running, which would be my second pick for today, if I may. Rick, or do you know something about Let's Encrypt and you want to show it off?
I know a little bit about Let's Encrypt. I have used it a little while ago. I used it for a website server that I've got up and running, and I think it's great. But please go ahead. You could by all means talk about it. What I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm going to install ksysguard d on my Debian server and see if I can connect up the system monitor to it and get it working. So you can tell us about Let's Encrypt while I try and get your demo working for myself.
Okay,
Obi.
so Let's Encrypt is a service. It's an open service that provides SSL certificates for free. So basically, if you have a blog or a site and you host it by yourself, or some service and you host it by yourself, usually you would have to pay about $2,000 per year to get an SSL certificate from some certificate authority. And $2,000 per year is not something I can afford. And I don't think most regular people would afford and would be willing to pay that much for a certificate. But if you're a company, then yeah, sure, that's very important for you and you might be willing to do that. Well, Clive says it's not that expensive. It depends from what certificate authority you're taking it from. It depends for how much time, and it depends for what encryption level do you want. Clive says it's about $50 for a decent one. Is that per month? Because $50 sounds too low to be per year. Okay, then I don't know I haven't done my research and I'm not good at this. Then yeah, forget what I just said. If Clive says that Clive is right. because he did this worse than me. Okay, basically, Let's Encrypt is a free service that provides you with the same kind of service. What they offer is how you get their certificates is by using a bot. You use some kind of service that you run on your machine, and what it uses a specific protocol. And with that, via that protocol, it registers your domain. It reserves a certificate for it. It verifies that you can actually access that machine with that domain, and then it issues you a certificate. You can run that service, run it forever as a cron job, and it renews your certificate every time. Let's Encrypt has this policy and that their certificate expires every 60 days. So you need an automated system to renew your certificates. Okay, so that's everything that's good, and it's great if you have a simple layout, a simple organization of your server. What I have is more complicated because I like complicated stuff and because I like to complicate my life and because I believe this is easier to manage.
Okay.
So what I have, I'm using Docker. If someone doesn't know what Docker is, it's basically change root on steroids with a lot of steroids. It can do a lot of things, but this is just a very short explanation. So what I have Docker running on my server, and on my server I have several Docker images. I have an image for Nextcloud. I have an image for WordPress. I have an image for various media services that I use. One of which is an open source service that I want to promote is EMBY, EMBY, it's written in .NET. I don't know why they would choose .NET, but whatever. It's an application that you can stream your media files anywhere in the world. It's like Plex, if you know about Plex, but Plex is proprietary, and EMBY is open source. And I have the service running on my server, and I have an app on my Android phone. I have the web application in Firefox, and I can watch my homemade videos with my cell phone and my pictures. I can view them everywhere, and some other videos that I have there that I will not talk about here right now publicly.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. And many other servers, like my IRC bouncer I have over there, and what else do I have? Yeah, and to manage all of my blog, to manage my blog and Nginx, and Nextcloud, I have an Nginx Docker container that has in there all the configuration needed to reverse proxy into each domain. So I have just the port 80 and 443 open on my server. Everything is redirected into this Nginx container, and Nginx redirects traffic depending on the domain you're accessing. It redirects it to a different container, to the Nextcloud container or to the blog container, which runs WordPress. And the problem I'm having right now with Let's Encrypt is that when you want to verify that you actually own that domain, any bot or service or script or whatever you use will add a directory, create a directory where you say that the doc root is for that web domain, create a directory there, add a file over there with a specific hash file, and then it will try to access that file from the outside. Go to my domain or subdomain and go to that subfolder and access that file. If it can't do that, then it will fail the verification. The problem I'm having right now is because I'm having these containers, I don't have I can, but I'm avoiding it for security reasons, to have direct access to the web root of each service. So basically, when I run a script or any program for Let's Encrypt, it adds the file where I say the web root is, but then it cannot access it through there because Nginx has a reverse proxy and it redirects. I would show you my configuration, but screen sharing doesn't work because of Java. And
Okay.
I'm not Linus Torvalds right now to say something to Java, but you get the message.
All right, so Aaron, I think in the chat you were saying you've got another app, and did you got something else you wanted to visit in app picks?
I like to add, I'm not sure how to say it, Polychromatic. It's a Python app for controlling Razer keyboard's lighting effects.
Ooh, okay.
That's for Linux. Let me see if...
Okay, so this is a live view, or
it's a
recorded?
It's a recording.
Okay.
Let me see if it catches up. I think it's caught up now. This is my keyboard I recorded the other day. So this is just adjusting the brightness and showing the spectrum, changing colors gently.
Now it started playing. So about 11 seconds lag.
This is the wave function, rainbow colors. And then the breathe function, it just turns dark and then light. And it changes color while it's doing that too. Where was this? Oh, I know what I did. Okay, there's the ripple. It was lighting up, spreading lights every time you type something. And that was the end of that one.
But if it's dark, how do you see what you're pressing if it's not turned on?
That's a very good question. I think it's just from cosmetic effects and that for that effect. A blind system. Uh-oh.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, is it still showing on the live show, I think? On the live feed. That's my pick for the app.
Okay, I'm just going to stick a link in for that because I was just looking at looking at it. It's really good. Yeah, it's a GitHub link, and it's really good actually. It's got a really nice looking interface. It looks like it's very straightforward to use.
Let me see if I can. I just opened the settings for it. Here we go. Here we go. I just opened the settings for it. Yeah, it has a pretty straightforward interface. You just pick which effects you want, and it sets it, and then you can activate the micro keys, which KDE Plasma can use to change. I've used it to change different desktops and switch activities and stuff. Since I have,
sounds cool.
I have an extra 5 keys that I can program to do whatever I want. And the application lets you activate them, and KDE can use them or Plasma. And the new release lets you use multiple devices too, like a mouse and a keyboard at the same time.
Okay, yeah, that looks really good actually. I don't have a Razer keyboard, but I know that there's a few people that do. So that looks like it's been really useful. Yeah, nice one. Good find, Aaron. Good find. Good stuff, my man. All right. Okay. Right. Let's get into some developer feedback. So we took some time to meet with the core team before this podcast and have a chat with some of the guys in the development team to find out what's been going on. So first thing up is congratulations are in order, my friends, to one of our community developers, Clive Joe, who went for his Ubuntu Devel interview to see whether he could get Ubuntu Dev status and passed. So we have a new Ubuntu dev in our team, which is fantastic news because that means that we can actually push things up into the Ubuntu archive and get stuff released now. So nice work, Clive Joe. Really, really good job on that. Very, very pleased with that. It's a result. Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff.
I think it should be awesome stuff, not just some simple good stuff. It's awesome stuff.
All right. Let me see what I got for you. Clive Joe, come on down, good buddy. Wake up, honey. You got the awesome stuff. Ooh, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, it's like me and Aaron are trying to be the cool new kids. We're showing all the new stuff and all that. And here comes Rick from prehistory.
Prehistory, damn. I think that's a bit mean there.
Okay, it's like my dad coming to a party with all my classmates, you know.
Oh, well, you haven't seen anything yet. If you want to see something for fun, if you go and have a look at my personal YouTube channel, Rick Timmis, go and have a look at the YouTube channel and search for Old Men Can't Rap. If you want.
Ooh, Clive.
I'm afraid to do that. But I will.
Yeah.
I will. I know I will be sorry.
Oh, good stuff.
So, Rick, right now you have the talent of being a father, and you have because you're a father. You right now have the talent of embarrassing younger people.
Yes, it's a gift that I've been waiting for many years. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So anyway, but in all seriousness, that is really, really great news, and I know that we're all really pleased for Clive. It's a really good job, and he's done great. And okay, looks like the Kubuntu feedback, developer feedback, got. Was that a prompt to say don't read line 2, Aaron?
Yeah, that was a prompt. Don't read that.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. Let's move on swiftly to the. What's the Clive old man raps? 47-year-old man excretes 25 wraps of cocaine at Lagos airport.
I found the link. Old man can't rap. I found it and I played it.
Oh yeah, you did.
Don't Google.
I gave you the link. Go nuts.
It's dangerous.
And go nuts.
Take this. Don't go alone. It's dangerous.
Oh yeah, excellent, fantastic.
Yeah, he's freestyling.
Now what I have to now somebody at work, right at my work, then found this on YouTube, okay, and decided to dub it with Eminem's. With the backing track to Eminem, dun 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 dun. Right, and I'd have to get a mix of it and try to see if we could do it, but they managed to get the timing right. So all of a sudden, they got the beat right or the timing right or something, and made it work.
What's next, Rick? What's next on the developer feedback?
Yeah, okay, right. So next on developer feedback, I'm banned from telling it. I'm not allowed to tell you. As Aaron said, so we'll have to skip on. So moving to the next section then. So what we've got next up is, I talked at the beginning, we've got this special guest interview. So Aaron, do you want to tell us a little bit about the guest that you've done an interview with? And maybe we can feed that into the live stream or something?
Yeah, we can. I have it set up actually already. Perfect.
Let it rip.
Let it rip. Oh, geez, that's a terrible phrase to use, though.
Okay. Play. Hit play.
Hello, Kubuntu Podcast audience. I'd like to introduce someone you might be seeing on YouTube and Twitter lately, the Linux Gamer.
It's great to be here.
Thanks for coming, man. I'd like to let you introduce yourself and what you do for people who haven't seen you on social media yet.
So my name's Gardner. I run, as you said, the Linux Gamer on YouTube. I'm pretty active on Twitter and stuff like that. What I do on my channel is basically review Linux games, and sometimes I try and be funny. I don't know how successful I am at it.
With Bioshock Infinite, Dying Light, all these AAA games coming to Linux, what do you think starting the move that developers are making them move to the platform?
I definitely think that it has to do with profit motivation. I think people, want to have a larger audience than just Windows. It's the same reason that indie games are coming to Linux. It's because, people want to get their games in front of as many people as they can. And, if you look at the Steam hardware survey, it's not the best metric for gaming on Linux, but or the Linux audience, I should say. But it's definitely the numbers are slowly increasing, and I think that it's pretty important that we stick to it.
So with the whole money is perfect motivation, what do you think of the Humble Bundle and Gala with Linux gaming? Do you think that's also a good metric to go by with their sales?
I would definitely say that the Humble Bundle has helped gaming on Linux. I mean, before Steam ever came out, I was playing indie games from the Humble Bundle. That's where I got my stuff from. I'd say that like the fact that you can get DRM free games from other sources outside of Steam is also healthy for the gaming community for sure.
If you look at all the statistics of the Humble Bundle, Indiegaga, and all of them, Linux gamers are always paying 3-to-1 to Linux and Mac users whenever they get a game.
Definitely.
And I think that's a big motivational factor, the whole porting or even making it native status of games to the Linux platform.
For sure. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. I agree with you completely.
With the Linux driver situation, Linux Ubuntu has dropped AMD because of some support and stuff. But now with the new NVIDIA 1080 and System 76 are already shipping units out with them, do you think the Linux driver situation has improved a lot lately?
I do. I think that the biggest hurdle that we have now with NVIDIA graphics is actually installing them. That's the hardest problem, is installing the graphics drivers, at least for me. But I think Ubuntu actually dropping Radeon, the proprietary driver support, is a good thing. I think that AMD GPU is catching up to performance standards of the proprietary graphics driver, and I think that we're moving in a great direction right now, honestly.
With I believe I saw a recent release of the Vulkan API for Android gaming. What do you think it's gonna bring on Linux gaming?
Vulkan, I'm actually very happy with the way Vulkan is developing. I think I saw a demo of Dota 2 running on Vulkan on a Intel 4400 HD, integrated graphics driver, and it had something like 200 frames per second. I can send you the link if you want to see that. It's pretty exciting.
Integrated graphics, though?
Yeah.
Pulling that off?
Oh yeah, it was pretty impressive, and I think Vulkan, diminishing that bottleneck that OpenGL has, I think that's going to be like one of the most definitive moves that we can have towards building Linux gaming as a whole.
I think when they were talking about it, they were in this situation. I saw a news article was talking about Doom in particular was like the bottleneck of OpenGL and DirectX, or like they're limiting to certain CPU cores. And Vulkan's supposed to be opening it up. Is that because why the Intel integrated can do that? Maybe.
Yeah, so I think that if we can get down to the bare metal or closer to it, rather than going through a CPU intensive standard like OpenGL, I think that it'll allow us to get more performance out of less hardware, and I think that's really good for everything, for Linux gaming in general.
The prosperity of Linux gaming is looking really good. I think we could say 2017 is the Linux gaming year.
Yes, I think that is a good goal to set.
Is it gonna go beyond a meme this time?
I think that we can safely assume that 2017 will be the year of the Linux desktop, and it won't be a meme anymore.
Awesome. Thank you for being on the show.
Hey, you're welcome, man. I've had a good time.
And if anybody's looking for him on YouTube, I'll be throwing some show notes and stuff, links to his Twitter and YouTube and Patreon and stuff.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being on the show. Hopefully you'll be on another one soon.
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Yeah. Cosa buenas. Muchas gracias, Aaron. Good stuff, buddy. That was ace.
Bravo, Aaron. Bravo.
Yeah, that was really good. We definitely need some more of those. That was really good. Something like that was a great game section. You've taken this to heart. The Linux game section, haven't you? This was made for you, Aaron. This slot.
I think a video made that comment is like I really know my games.
Yeah, when I reviewed the edited version of this interview, I said that, oh, wow, Aaron really knows his games, because if you're going to ask me any question about games or video graphics, what video boards to use, when or what, huh? That's my reaction. Huh?
That's a fantastic face. You're going to use that one more often, Ovi. I like it.
I'm going to be cutting that out later as a screenshot for you, Jim.
Yeah, good. Oh, good stuff. That's ace. All right. So, it looks like we've got some listener feedback.
Yeah, Clive sent that in from the Kubuntu forums. I just posted it in the show notes.
Alrighty. Would you like me to read it, or do you want to read it, Ovi?
Yeah, sure. It's from Showhog from Kubuntu forums. Hog.
Snow, like snowman.
Snowhog. I said show. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to express my thanks for all the hard work developers and testers put into the Kubuntu KDE Plasma project. So few of you and so many of us, and the us's always seem to want more and tend to, more often than not, complain about what isn't included and what isn't working instead of praising that which is and does. For me, with very few exceptions since I first started using Kubuntu in 2007, Kubuntu has simply just worked. I am constantly amazed that such a robust and feature-filled operating system is available to everyone for free to me. The developers and testers simply don't receive the credit and gratitude you all have earned. So again, from one of the us's, thank you. Please feel free to pass this along.
Wow. Well, massive thanks to Snowhog for that. And he's absolutely right. There are so few of us in the development community and so many users out there that are using it. And it's really great as well, Snowhog, to know that you have been using Kubuntu since 2007. That's almost 10 years. So lots and lots of experience, and clearly your experience has been good. So thank you very much for that feedback. We always like to encourage all of our listeners and people from the community and users of Kubuntu to give us feedback, both positive and negative. But it's particularly uplifting to get something back like that, because, the reason why people contribute into the community, the reason why the developers do the things that they do is a significant part of that contribution is because we just love doing it. We love being part of the community, and our contribution doesn't feel like work. It feels like play. And I know you've talked in the past about this concept of play and not making Kubuntu community contributions feel like work, Ovi. But there's nothing that lifts the spirit more or energizes more than having robust, unprompted thanks and gratitude like that. That makes it all worthwhile, because at the end of the day, we create things because for others to use and enjoy. So thanks again for that feedback. Absolutely fantastic.
That's the kind of feedback that always motivates us, all of us, to keep going on, because we know, hey, there are users over there that are actually satisfied with what we produce and what we put out there. And we are so happy, and that gives us the motivation and makes us more willing to keep working on it and keep struggling when we have to struggle with stuff, especially right now, since we're just, if I can formulate it like this, we're rebuilding our core developers, our core developer team for Kubuntu.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, amen to that, man. Amen to that. Okay, so, well, guys, that leads us more or less to the end of the show notes now. But I just wonder whether either of you guys have got anything pressing that you want to bring to the table or add before we go into the outro section. Ovi, anything from you?
No, not really.
Cool, all right. Good stuff. Aaron, anything from you?
Nope, nothing either.
All right. Okay, good stuff. There's another one, Jim.
Oh, geez.
Okay, right. So, how to get in touch with us, right? So we were talking earlier on about the focus for Kubuntu.org is building the center around Kubuntu.org. So that's our website. Get over there, visit the website. You should find that the central hub, and it will take you to all the other places. So Kubuntu.org, visit us there. You can come and chat and find out more. Join us in the community on IRC. So irc.freenode.net. Join the #Kubuntu channel there. Our Telegram groups and Telegram channel for news. And of course, on social media, you can find us on Google+, on Facebook, Twitter, on Reddit, and of course, for us individually on LinkedIn. If you want to get in touch with the podcast team, then you can do that via Kubuntu.org on the website. We have an IRC channel that you can connect to there. Just visit the website. You join straight from the website to get in touch with us as a guest. Or, of course, here on Google+, make sure you follow us, and please do share amongst your community and let people know what we're doing so that we can draw more people here to come and listen to me making a fool of myself. And of course,
there's also, Rick, if I can add, on the website we have revamped the team page. If you will look over there, you will find the Kubuntu team, the most active members over there, and you will have links to everybody's blogs who has a public blog.
Yeah, cool. Okay, excellent. And they're on YouTube as well. So. Once again, it's been fantastic fun. I absolutely love doing this show. It's so loose and fresh, and it kind of never really know where it's going to go and how the conversation's going to unfold. It's a little bit like going down the pub and hanging out with your mates, and I like that because you guys are my mates. Anyway, thanks very much to everybody in the community. I'll say cheerio. I'm going to hand over to Ovi. I'm Rick Timmis, and I'll see you all soon. Cosa buenas, mi amigos.
What's with the Spanish?
Quigley told me to do it. Simon Quigley told me to do it.
Hey.
And
Hi.
Simon says, so I does.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you everybody for joining us for another show. Sorry I was late. I had a long day at work. And hopefully we will see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one if everything's rolling with this hurricane.